What up with it though, man? DJ Juice here with you live. I'm in Chakra's Media Vault, and this is another episode of All in Your Business, the podcast, where the podcast is about not necessarily the what, but the why. Because I need to know why, because I'm nosy as hell. So in the building right now, DPHill. What's good with it, man?
What's up, y'all, man? What's up, man? What's up, man?
DPHill in the building. Man. What's good with it, man?
I'm doing all right, man. I'm making it through.
You're making it through. You're doing more than making it through.
I'm making it through. I was sitting there getting emotional, man, because I was looking at everything, and I'm like, bro, like, it's crazy, like, that it's come to this point, you know?
Man, hey, look, man.
Just to be making stuff and people gravitate to it. And
man, we're going to get to all that.
Oh, my bad.
So, hey, first, let's get started, man. Where are you from?
I'm from Tyler.
From Tyler?
Yep.
Tyler, Texas, born and raised?
Well, I was raised halfway in Dallas. Halfway. So I was born here. I moved to Dallas when I was like 11.
Okay.
I just turned 30, so I spent half of my life in Dallas.
Man, you know how people be saying, man, you know, I moved here when I was 11, I was 30. Like, nah, man, where you really from?
I'm from Tyler.
Right, oh, yeah. Man, we'll keep it like that. Keep it like that. Rose City,
yeah,
Rose City. So. All this extra, man. Nobody care about all that.
Yeah, I'm from Tyler.
So, man, from Tyler, growing up, you got siblings?
Yep.
Youngest of what?
A young brother, he's about 28, and then I got two older sisters and an older brother.
Two older sisters, older brother.
Yeah.
5 of y'all.
Yeah.
Oh damn, for real, I didn't even know they still made families that big.
Yeah, bro. Yeah,
5 of y'all.
Old school, yeah.
Ooh,
we old school.
I don't know what me and my sister would do. It was just 2 of us.
For real?
Yeah, that was it,
man. Yeah, it's
we
5
were
of us.
real stingy.
Yeah, it's 5
of y'all. Y'all was just free for all, right?
Well, it was just me and my brother that grew up together though.
Okay.
They my half brothers and sister, my other one.
Oh, okay.
So it was just 2 in the crib. Yeah.
Man, see, he's trying to put all the man. It was 5 of us in there. We was sleeping on top of each other.
Nah.
You gonna go give me one of those stories?
Nah, hell nah.
All right. So good. Grew up. So you in the crib. 2 of y'all. You know what I'm saying? Go with the moms.
Yep. Mom was there. Dad was in my life. He just wasn't in the house.
Okay, wasn't in the house, but he was in the life.
Yeah.
Okay, so big up.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, shout out.
You know what I'm saying?
DPHill #1. I'm DPHill 2.
Oh, you DPHill 2?
Yeah, I'm a junior.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay,
so
junior.
#1, yeah.
So is it like pressure living up? Because I wasn't a junior. You know what I'm saying? I kind of was wondering why my dad didn't make me a junior. I need to ask him.
I feel like I'm breaking generational curses, to be honest.
Yeah?
Because I'm like one of the first in my family to kind of just step out on their dreams like that.
Okay. So when you say step out on your dreams, you know what I'm saying? Growing up, were you in sports? What were you doing?
My original dream was hooping. I wanted to play for the Mavericks.
You want to play for the Mavericks? Were you good?
See, I'm all right. I just love it. You know, I just love basketball.
So you just love basketball,
yeah.
But you wasn't necessarily, you wasn't a hooper.
Nah, not like that. I just loved it though.
Okay, so, but the dream was NBA.
Yeah.
So at what point did you say, man, I don't think this gonna happen?
Well, when I was 18, I read this book called The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho.
Okay.
And basically it talks about following the heart and stuff like that. So after I read that book, I was like, what makes me happy? And then I remember my hoop dreams and I got excited again. Because at that time I was rapping and stuff. I was in the studio.
Hold on.
Making music and shit. Yeah.
We're in middle school, we're in high school.
Yeah.
You hooping?
Nah. I didn't hoop past like 5th, 6th grade.
Oh, so you gonna get up out of it?
Yeah, I moved to Dallas, and for some reason, I think it might have been the change of area or something. I just forgot about it.
Okay, so you get to Dallas, hoop dreams, you just kind of, you kind of transition.
I kind of feel more like rapping.
So you was rapping?
Yeah.
You was dropping tracks?
Yeah.
They on SoundCloud?
I got a few out there. Yeah, I got some shit out there. It's floating around.
I haven't even heard it. So this is new to me. Nah, this is all new to me.
Yeah.
It's all new to me.
Yeah, music was my first love.
Yeah.
That was my first art.
Okay.
Yeah, bars.
So, bars. Let me hear a bar. Go ahead and drop something.
The diamonds in my Adams dance come together holding hands. I'm in tune with master plans. God is standing on the stand, blasting through Lancaster in a Lamborghini caravan. Squatting here and we ain't playing Titans in this plastic land. Spirit, come on in, expose our eyes to see what we be saying. I am feeling Super Saiyan, either that or Superman.
All right, stop. You giving them too much. Y'all gotta go follow.
Yeah.
So you went to the rapping.
Yeah.
Rapping.
Yeah.
18 comes.
Yeah.
You quit rapping at 18?
Nah, I'm still rapping.
You still rapping?
I'm still making music.
You're still making music. So you read this book and it said, follow the heart.
Yeah, follow the heart. What's your calling?
Okay.
And so from there, right when I finished the book, I was like, what makes my heart happy? What's my calling? And this rush of energy just came through. I was like, basketball. Damn, I forgot about my dreams. So that gave me something to look forward to.
Okay.
Because I was making music, but music is more like therapy. It's more like just getting it off my chest. So I didn't really look at it like that, you know, like as far as like a calling. It was just something I did. So yeah, I started chasing basketball and stuff. Well, I started out to, you know, go back to school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And my heart, I'm just
So did you go back to school for basketball?
Basically.
So he was like, look, I'm about to go to the squad.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and go to school so I can play.
And it was crazy because I went to the tryouts and I'm feeling the vibrations in the gym. And I was like, damn, bro, I ain't supposed to be here. This ain't
okay, were you feeling the vibrations of the competition?
I might have been nervous, I ain't gonna lie.
You might have been nervous?
Yeah.
So did you go through with the whole tryout?
I went to like one, and then I was just like, nah, this ain't it. I don't think this is it.
But you had to run too much. What was it about that tryout that was like, nah?
It was just more, I don't know, I just felt a change of heart, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, let me pursue my music, because that's what I feel.
Since you went to school for basketball, when you say, let me pursue music, did you leave school or did you stay?
Yeah, I was in and out of school at that point. At that point, I ended up dropping out of college and shit, because I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do music full time. This is what I'm gonna do. So I'm thinking my end all be all is gonna be blowing up as a rapper. That's what I was thinking.
That's tough right there.
Yeah, it is tough. The industry, the mainstream especially.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know I know, man. You talking about cracking into that, that's a whole nother episode.
Game.
So, with that being said, music comes.
Yeah.
You in the music.
Yo.
What's the flash of art?
Art as far as like drawing and painting?
Yeah, when did that come?
Man, it's been like that throughout my life, because that was more like me doodling in class. And my shit was always crazy, like Pokemon, drawing, creating my own creatures, characters. So I'm just doing that in class. But around 2017, I made a hoodie for myself. I painted a hoodie.
Yeah.
And I'm in the gas station randomly, and this old white man was like, hey, who made that? And I was like, me. He was like, I'll pay you to make me one. I was like, bet. He handed me that bread. I was like, oh shit, people want this?
Yeah.
I thought I was just doing it. This is something I just do in my free time. Like, this ain't nothing I never thought people would even be interested in. So shit, I just kept going. Shit, I made him that. I put it on Instagram, put it on Facebook. Then some more people asked for some shirts and stuff, made them some shirts. And it's been on ever since. And then 2018, that's when I realized like, oh, this is therapy. Like, this made me feel better. So like, and that's another thing I want to talk about. I think about it before I got here.
So when you got to that first hustle, when you got to that first piece of change, that's what we call it. I would call it first piece of change.
It was,
that piece of change where you be like, you be like, whoa, okay. I remember my first time like DJing for a crowd that I didn't expect to DJ for.
Whoa.
And when I did, I was nervous as hell when I got there. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and say I was in Troop, Texas. I was nervous. Got to this party, it's in the barn. Got there, I didn't have a table. I ain't had none of that. I just had my equipment. I said, hey, I thought it was gonna be in the building, y'all gonna have a table. So, well, don't worry about it. We got some hay in there. You think you can put it on some hay? I'm like, yeah, it's like, well, the speakers, I mean, we can hang them from the barbed wire up there. And I was like, all right, cool, here you go. Like, had my stuff like really, really dope set up or whatnot, and I'm still nervous.
Yeah.
And I'm playing, and people are like, man, you so good. We having a great time. I'm like, okay. So, it's supposed to end at 12. So, o'clock they come, they be like, sorry, Juice, can we pay you for extra? I was like,
nice.
$100.
Yeah.
They was like, okay, cool. Started at 1 o'clock.
Bro.
1 o'clock came, they came back. Hey, Juice, can you say the two?
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, damn right.
$100.
Come on with it.
Third time they came with $200. It was like, hey, can you start at 3:30? And my parents said we gotta go.
Wow.
And I made more money. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and be real. When I first started, I was charging $150.
Yeah.
I made $350. Well, really $400 afterwards.
So do you feel like that was God showing you like,
yeah, it was like,
this what I'm supposed to be doing?
And then, and it was more of how I'm supposed to be doing it though. Like, I'm supposed to be touching everybody. I was so nervous about going and doing an event that was all white. I'm thinking it's gonna be, they saying they want country. I don't really know country, but I know the rap music, but I don't know the country music. So I'm trying to learn the country within like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Really
what
trying to
it
get
is,
in there. And I
yeah.
feel like with DJing, man, you really studying and stuff. So
Yeah.
I'm really trying to learn what I need to play and all that. So, man, going in there, just the preparation and all of that, I was still just nervous.
Yeah.
But afterwards, I was like, damn, I
Yeah,
can do
yeah,
this.
yeah.
I was like, I can do this. So that's why I call that
Man.
first piece of change.
Yeah.
That change that you don't it's unexpected.
Right.
Because we could get booked for something. Somebody can say,
Right.
hey man, just here's $20.
Yeah.
But that first piece of change is when it's like,
Yeah.
oh, you want me?
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
it make you
want
feel,
this? Yeah.
because it's something that I created.
Yeah.
It's your talent.
It's almost a validation, to be honest.
Yeah.
It really is, though.
And everybody, no matter how people say, man, oh, I
Need to
ain't trying, I don't
validate.
need validation. No matter what.
It's good to have that reciprocation, though.
Yeah, because when you've been working so hard for so long.
I'm giving this. Yeah.
Yeah, you've been working so hard for so long, it's one of those things where you're like,
It's like a
man,
return.
Yeah. Everybody wants a return on investment at some point in time.
Fucking go.
Come on now.
Let them know from the heart.
Check.
From the heart.
You know what I'm
But you got to
saying?
do it from the heart, though. Like, a lot of people starting businesses and, like, they just see, like, oh, I can make money, or I'm going to be a free entrepreneur. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
If your heart not in it, then you're not going to.
It's not
you
going
know
to
what I'm
last.
saying?
It's just not going to
Exactly.
last.
It's not going to, plain and simple.
But I always say, make sure it's something that you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Because anytime that I've done something that was strictly for money, I failed. But if I did something because I wanted to do it, because there was a purpose behind it,
Yeah.
I always exceeded expectations.
Like, starting out as a DJ, was that tricky for you when somebody asked you for a gig, but you weren't really feeling it, but you like, damn, I need to take a gig?
No.
Yeah. Because
I
for
ain't
me as
gonna
an
care.
artist starting out, it'd be like that. I done shortchanged myself, or I done took on projects that, like, I didn't even want to
I mean, of course you're gonna shortchange yourself,
Yeah.
but I think that's a part of the growth. There was times when, when I was still at 150, 200, when I should have been at 300. You know what I'm saying? There was times when I was charging $300 for 4 hours when I should have been charging $500 for 4
Yeah.
hours. So there was times when, it just wasn't enough. I remember going to a certain school, and the school saying, I'm saying, yeah, give me 500. They like, that what you want? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, well, make it 8.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, okay, cool.
Nice.
So then I'm about to leave, and she's like, Juice, just do it at even 1,000. So but the thing is, people will understand your value, and sometimes it's not always the people who are around you. You know what I'm saying? Because so many people look to be validated by the people around them, but there's so many other people that can validate you. And when it comes to this music, when it comes to your art, when it comes to all of this, it's about pushing yourself. It's about, the more you get that brand out there, the more people have access to validate. A lot of people don't think about that. A lot of people only think about like what's really around them. That's why people get on Facebook and they post all these negative ass comments about, oh, people don't support me, da da da. You're asking for support from somebody who doesn't want your product.
And don't do that, because you looking weak.
No, I mean,
you can edit
and
that.
I always
feel bad.
Nah, but I feel
ain't talking bad. I'm just saying you running people out by saying it.
No, negativity runs me out.
Yeah,
like if you post something negative,
you know what I'm saying?
If you post something negative,
It's like
on
I gotta
Facebook,
unfriend you, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like that though.
Yeah,
I'm like that. I
Real
unfriend
talk.
you, all that.
Yeah, you running people out,
If it's
man.
too much extra, I'm cool
Yeah,
on it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with it.
Yeah.
So that piece of change,
Yeah.
you realize that was something that was within you, that you had,
It's always been
that you put out.
Yeah.
That you put out. What took you so long? 2017.
I mean, I was.
You were born in what
making
year?
stuff, 92.
So
92,
what
baby.
took you so long? I know you had the pictures on the refrigerator as a kid.
Type shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know you might have drew on a couple walls as a kid. What took you so long to say, I'm about to put this?
Well, like I say, when it was that hoodie, I just made it, man. I just had a vision in my head. God just showed me some planets. I'm really into outer space and stuff like that. So I put the planets on the hoodie, and I just had it on, just walking around regular. And dude was like,
So what was the inspiration for you making that hoodie?
I'm just really, cause I love the stars, man. I love planets, outer space. I'm really intrigued by it.
Yeah.
Just thinking about deep space and stuff like that, and where we come from and what we're made of, and the stars and stuff like that. That's what intrigues
Look at
me.
this man getting all of y'all here. Y'all better look some stuff up because he got it for you.
Hey, man, we coming from the heart, and it's just what you naturally gravitate to.
Yeah.
And it's always been that way. I've always been intrigued by that aliens, all that stuff. So You know, I put the planets on there, put the sun. I'm a big believer in the sun and stuff like that. So I just put that on the hoodie, man, and he saw it, and you know.
So he's seen that. Once he sees it, he says, "I want it."
Yeah.
You get cash.
After I finished.
Well, after you finished.
Yeah.
So what was your next process? Well, you like, shit, I need to go some more of these out there.
I'm going to Hobby Lobby, you know, and I posted on Instagram, and I think somebody asked me to make them a shirt.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, another one, looking at Cali. Yeah, I'm like, another one. So I make another one, put that on Instagram. And another one came through. I was like, bet, all right, so I'm rolling. And then somebody was like, man, you should try canvas, because I had never did canvas artwork. It was on clothes. I would paint on clothes. And I can't remember to this day who said that, but they was like, man, try canvas. So I got on canvas, and this was the this was the turning point. In 2018, my cousin asked me to make a canvas piece for her, just original. She didn't have anything she wanted specific. She was like, just make it. So I'm painting the piece, and you know, this before I had an easel and shit. I'm on the ground, like, just painting it. And I remember,
man, so you ain't even had
I didn't have no easel or nothing. Like
this painting on
when
the
I first started. On the floor in my bedroom.
He didn't sweep before he did. He just put it on the floor.
I had a shag rug, man.
Oh, see, now you got a shag rug. It's probably paint all over that shag. What color was the shag rug?
It was like a tan, man.
Oh, I know, it's full.
We done
ripped
the carpet up. It's gone. But yeah, the house is hard to keep it clean, man. It's paint Look at me, man. Look at me. It's paint everywhere.
So you on the shag floor, you paint.
I'm doing it, man. And basically, it's like my hand was moving on its own. It was like an out-of-body experience. Like, I'm just painting. I'm in the zone. And it was like, I realized in that moment, like, oh, this is therapy. Like, I feel a weight lifted off of me when I paint. It's not just me putting cool colors and shapes together, because that's what I thought it was at first. Actually, it was this painting that's on the shoe. It was originally a canvas. My cousin got it. I'm trying to buy it back from her. That's a long story, but.
Yeah, I wouldn't sell it back to you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Nah,
she saw my work back then. I didn't see it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
You know, she's like, I want an original. So yeah, man, that's when I realized. And shout out Lupe Fiasco, my favorite rapper of all time. He got a song called "Hip Hop Saved My Life," and that's how I feel about painting. And I'm a hip hop head in general. So
Lupe.
Lupe.
All right.
Number one.
So that comes.
Yeah.
You start making shirts. You get on canvas.
Yep. Yeah.
You're moving and grooving.
Yeah.
Right.
Because from there, I'm like, I'm doing this for the rest of my life. That painting is when I decided that 2018. I was like,
so no more jobs.
This is it. And I was working security at the mall during that time.
You working at the mall security?
Yep.
Yeah, one of the little carts.
Paul Blart.
Yeah,
they call me Paul Blart every day. They find me up.
You was out there chasing folks when they stealing?
I was cool. I was still myself. I wouldn't let them make it. I wouldn't let them make it. Not like that.
No,
but I wouldn't like, I wasn't wilding though.
No, it ain't nothing but an Abercrombie fish.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. You ain't doing nothing but stealing no cookies. Go ahead. I ain't nothing but a couple sugar cookies.
Nah, I was on their ass. I was like, man, these white people gonna lock you up. You better chill.
Oh, you over there to
trying to let them know.
Hey, now look,
ain't got nothing to do with me.
Now, when I get off the shift, you know you're going to jail, right? No, I'm trying to tell you better stop it. I'm going to go take the stuff back. I'm going to tell them I locked you up.
Yeah.
Don't show up.
Yeah, that's me.
30 days.
I ain't gonna lie.
30 days.
I ain't gonna lie. That's me.
Yeah,
that's me.
He was doing it like that.
And there was a lot that was going on during that time, you know.
I mean, you talking about like right before the pandemic.
2018.
Yeah, that's before the pandemic.
2 years before. Yo.
Okay, so 2018 comes. You're doing your shirts.
Yep.
You're doing your canvas.
I was bullshitting.
So when it comes to art, because I see people throw all kind of prices to art. What determines? Do you determine your price? I know as a DJ what determines my price. But what determines your price as the artist?
It's like, I'm never gonna see this piece again. Am I okay with giving it away at this price? Because my pieces are like my babies. Like, I created this with my life for. It's like, this is my child. So yeah, like, there's certain pieces I got that's over thousands. There's certain pieces that I got that are like 100, 150.
So you got some on clearance pieces.
Yeah. Well,
he got clearance pieces too. If y'all need some pieces,
that word clearance
if you ain't up there with the 1,000, you ain't ready to go.
It's not even necessarily that. It's just certain values, because it's like.
No, I'm saying, but people need to know that though. Because some people gonna be like, man, I want to go. Because I done been to some art galleries that, you know, when you see something, you be like, oh, that ain't bad. Yeah. But you know, it's really bad in your heart. You be like, but you look at the price, you be like, oh, Oh, that ain't bad. How much is it?
Yeah, they changed everything.
10,600.
Yeah, fam.
Oh, but
Yeah,
you know, you
fam.
can't look broke. You gotta be like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Got an email, got a card. Let me
No, I
get
don't even
that.
ask no card. I ain't gonna stunt like that. I'm like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, just not.
look at the price. Yeah, like he was looking at the title of it though.
On me. Yeah, let me study this piece real quick. For sure. For sure.
And you be looking like, damn, 10,000. That's
Yeah.
a lot of, I see the quality.
Yeah, type shit. Yeah.
But people don't understand that everything costs from the types of paint that you use to the brushes that you're using.
Yeah.
All of that. Because you don't want the cheap brush, then you get a painting home and then you got little bristles in the paint and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
See, you know.
It's real. It's real because
you know about them bristles coming out.
Man, look, you can't use the same watercolor bristles.
Too.
You know what I'm saying? People using Crayola bristles.
I'm like, this don't look good on my brand. Me giving them this paint with some hay sticking out this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That what's up?
Yeah.
So I mean, I get it, but I mean, that makes sense. So it's the connection that you have with each piece. So just because you got two pieces of the same size doesn't mean that they're going to cost the same. Because it's really,
absolutely not.
It's all on.
It's kind of like a personal value, really. And so like that's why like I love getting back into fashion because
so you just
like,
do an X on the paint and you was like,
that meant something to me in that moment.
In that moment,
it's $1,000 painting. That's why I
then somebody can see a O over here and that paint be $150 because you wasn't really thinking.
They wouldn't. They didn't mean nothing. They just do a circle. They ain't mean nothing.
Got you.
So it's like emotional thing.
It's free game, because people want to know how you go about the process. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause the process is
pricing, it's different. Like, and that's why like some artists they be like, I don't want to sell my art because they don't want to get into like they really look at it like this is a personal piece. Like this means a lot to me that I don't even want to sell this.
And I think you're stingy. Nah, I'm messing. Nah, but for real though, I hate when people had them and they be like, yeah, that one ain't for sale. I be like, what about this one? Nah,
see, I'm a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Man, I know some people. They got.
I'm selling my shit.
You sell everything. Everything must go. Everything got a price.
Most of it.
Not
my soul, but my paintings.
So when you come to it, I'm seeing shoes.
The kicks, man.
I'm seeing the crowns. I'm seeing bags. What makes you take the step into fashion?
That's where I started. Remember, cause I was painting on hoodies.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about actually produce fashion, because hoodies is one thing.
Yeah.
But when you're talking fabrics, you're talking shoes, you're talking hats, and you're not talking about hats like, just the logo hats or whatever.
Right.
We're talking about your actual art hat.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's like I can't find the clothes that I want to wear. So I make them. That's like the bottom, that's really the foundation of it. It's like I don't see what I want. I want colors. Like when I go in the men's department, we ain't really got a lot of colors and patterns. That's mostly in the women's or the kids.
Okay.
But that's who I am. I like colors, I like patterns, but I don't see that a lot. So I just like to be swagged up, really. I come from, MySpace out. There's FBK, it stands for Flashback Crew. So like
Flashback Crew.
Flashback Crew, yep. That was me and my partner, like my friends and stuff, and we was really into fashion. This like MySpace 2008, and we got into fashion. Like just dressing retro and stuff. We grew out our hair, high top fades, everything. Like we was on it. So from there, I just fell in love with fashion. So it's always been there.
Would you say 90s was the big, very important in it, or?
The 80s.
The 80s.
I like the 80s.
So you're a fan of the 80s. Why 80s over 90s?
The 80s was really futuristic, it seems like. Computers was coming out. And then the fashion, it was like more neon colors and stuff like that. They were taking a lot of risks. With growing their hair out tall. You know what I'm saying? And they in the disco, they in the club and stuff. And there's a lot of electronic music coming out. I really resonate with electronic music.
Okay.
And a lot of people know, like melanated people started there. You know what I'm saying? They come from us. So, people that look like us.
Yeah, so because me, I'm a 70s person, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm real pimped out, you know what I'm saying? I'm space age all the way, you know.
Already, ATL.
So,
404. Shouts out.
That's me, you know what I'm saying? I resonate with the 70s. I feel like if I was in the 70s, I'd be...
Yeah. That's your time period?
What?
For sure.
I feel it all the time.
Yeah.
Like, even when I hear the music different.
Yeah.
Like, whenever you hear a song and that song playing for 3-4 minutes and ain't a word came on.
It's the guitar in there.
You know what I'm saying? That's the real music. You waiting on, you already groove. By the time the song come on, you drunk.
Yeah.
you good.
Got you wavy.
Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that, you know
It's
what I'm saying?
definitely psychedelic, man. And I think like that time is coming, like that vibe is coming back. I think the people want that.
Man, people, I mean, because it's now, man, with the violence and all of that, I mean, it's at a point where people we tired of shooting them up music, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
I think people are tired of that. So
yeah, it's shifting. It's a new renaissance.
Yeah.
You know?
And
it's happening.
I mean, but it's, music repeats itself over and over and over.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You have pop, it's going to come back.
Yeah.
Everything's going to come back. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be gangster rap. It just came back. It'll come back again in a few years.
Yeah.
It's going to, everything, it's a cycle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even with art, it's a cycle.
Yeah.
But art to me is the only thing that still can stand in its own lane, but it's a cycle on pieces and certain styles. When things come in, people are like, ooh, this style is so intriguing, right. And then but those, to me, are artists who, they live in a fad lane because they're painting that right here, right now.
And it's willing to take a risk.
Yeah.
To be creative and be different. Because people, like you said, we've been saying the same thing over and over. So it's like, okay, who's going to step out in this generation or in this time period and be different? Who's going to do something out of the box?
So I seen something. I seen Erykah Badu.
Man,
tell me about that situation.
Queen, man. What about it, man?
Man, tell the people what happened. Like, what? I mean, I know, but you know what I'm saying? I'm sure they have no idea.
Yeah, man. So basically, shout out Jerron, The Secret. We grew up together in high school, in band and stuff. You know, we was in band together. So, you know, shoot, he hit me up one day and said he needed a crown. I call him crown, I don't call him buckets, man, because it seemed like, this ain't no flex, but, you know, I got to pop a little bit. Ever since I started making the buckets, everybody making buckets again. Shout out Schoolboy Q, because he was on it a long time ago. I didn't invent buckets, all right? But
I'm just saying, people going to be over here like, man, he capped. People gonna call you.
Ain't no cap.
They gonna call
all
you.
I'm saying is everybody making buckets now.
I'm just saying they gonna call you cap.
Everybody making buckets all of a sudden.
Don't let them call you cap, though.
Ain't no cap. So look. So yeah, basically, Jerron hit me up. He was like, "Bro, I'm on tour. I need a tricked out bucket." That was his words. I need a tricked out bucket. I need you to just freak me some, bro. So I make him the crown, and I call it crowns. I make him the crown, and shout out my bro Jaren, aka Fresco. Free him. I'm on the phone with him. He behind the wall with it. I'm like, bro, man, Jerron on tour with Erykah, bro. And he just told me to make him a crown. And he was like, bro, make her one too. Like, bro, because I'm thinking she gonna see it on him and ask me to make her one. He was like, nah, bro, be proactive. Like, just make her one, bro. She gonna rock it, bro. I'm like, fuck it. So I make her one. I send them the crowns, bro. Next thing I know, she done shouted me out, bro. She had it on. And, you know, come to find out, that's his fiance.
Yeah.
That's my partner. Like, we came up in school. So it's fam ties at this point. That's what happened.
Man, that's blessing, man. Hey, see how
that's what happened.
The situation, man.
Yeah, my
relationships,
brother,
though.
Yeah, that. And my brother behind the wall, he like, yeah, bro.
I can't believe you didn't think about that first. But I tell artists, man, it's not about exploiting chaos, exploiting situations. You know what I'm saying? That was a situation that you were put in.
Yeah.
Where you could create something for someone. But that someone is close to someone else. So exploiting that chaos, exploiting that situation is not let me wait and see if she's gonna say, oh, that's a nice hat.
Who made it? Yeah.
Fuck that. Give her her own.
Yeah.
And let her say, hey, this is a nice hat.
Yeah.
Because she say, hey, he got on a nice hat. That's cool.
Yeah.
But she has it.
Yeah.
That's unpaid.
Yeah.
You didn't pay for that.
Right.
You didn't do none of that.
Right. Right.
So you know what I'm saying, man? Exploiting chaos. That's one of the things I
like that term, man. We gotta put that in the forefront.
It's actually a book. So with the brand that you have, the shoes, the crowns, the shirts.
Thank you.
What's next for DPhil?
What's next?
I've seen the fashion shows too.
Yeah,
so
man. Man. Shout out your hometown, Atlanta, man. It's dope. Had a lot of fun. With fashion shows though, I want to do that on another level. Like, but it's just like most fashion shows are just people walking down the runway. I want to do, and that's why I appreciate the set design that you helped me put together, because like I want to do theatrical stuff on my shows.
Yeah.
Like I want it to be theatrical, like a set, bro. not just people walking down the runway. And I'm not dissing.
But no, I think that's just something that you can control too. Because I know a lot of situations, it's just based on you, especially if you have your own models.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
You know,
and I got a whole list. Yeah, we're going crazy. But yeah, man, the fashion, that's really what I'm into. Also film, movies and stuff like that. Me and my little brother, shout out Trey. He just started a new YouTube and stuff, and we've been talking about a lot of film. We want to get in front of the camera and act and stuff like that. Produce. I've been working on beats and stuff like that. So I want to do like movie scores and stuff like that.
Hard.
Make beats and everything. Yeah, bro. Just creative in general. Like whenever I wake up and I feel like I want to make a beat, or I want to make a song, I want to make clothes, or I want to make a film, that's what I want to do. But mostly the fashion, though, I feel like that's my lane specifically. Okay, like I want to make drip, like to provide for people.
So what's something that you learned growing up that you had to unlearn?
Ooh, that's a great question, bro. Ooh, the unlearn. I would say judgment. Judging yourself and judging other people. I would say that's the unlearn for me.
Explain, because I want to know. I hear you, but I need to know what this is.
Yeah, well, I mean, for me, being transparent, growing up, you know, I had some sexual trauma in my life. Growing up as a kid. Yeah. So, like, you know, I judged myself hard on it.
So, with that, was any of that stuff things that ignited any of the art?
Oh, for sure. I'm glad you asked that, man. You dope, man. You a good interview.
So,
yeah, because it's liberation.
Okay. So, what do you think was the strongest obstacle that you had to find in channeling your energy with the art?
The strongest obstacle? Channeling my energy in the art. I would say using so many colors, because as a melanated man, which was some call a black man, I don't like to use that word, but like as a melanated man, we not really seen as colorful and free. So like, I know when I walk somewhere, I stand out. Like I'm wearing a lot of colors, you know, I'm exuberant, stuff like that. So with me, the biggest challenge is having courage.
Okay.
To create what I want to create without thinking about backlash or without thinking about what somebody's gonna say.
So what some of those? Courage. So with what you've been through, channeling that energy and saying, okay, no backlash and back courage. What do you think was the thing that said, okay, I'm doing this now, I can get past what I've been through?
Ooh, good question. I'm doing this now. I'm still figuring that out because, like I said, it's therapy. Like, and that's one thing I want to touch on in this interview. Like, a lot of people see my stuff and they see the accolades and they see the things I'm doing, and they might try to put me, like, they might try to compare themselves, put me somewhere. Like, I'm still going through depression. I'm still going through things every day. Like, this stuff that I make, like, this is what gets me through.
Yeah.
When I can look at a piece like, damn, I was going through something ugly, but I made something beautiful. Literally.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And you know, when I'm at events and when I got to get on stage and stuff, I turn it on and I'm extroverted, but I'm really an introvert. You know, I go through things on the inside and I just be chilling. I like being to myself, you know, but God keep pushing me in the spotlight, so I got to put it out. You know what I'm saying?
So we're saying you being pushed into the spotlight.
Yeah.
Is that one of the things that you always just kind of shied away from?
In a sense, yeah.
So would that have something to do with like the sports back in the day and the rapping back in the day, or do you feel like those were different areas, or do you feel like they kind of tied in?
I think that was different areas. I think like with me really just isolating myself and being to myself, I think it was that trauma that I was going through, you know, as a child.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Like I just wanted to be to myself in my own world. Plus I'm an empath, so I always feel energy. So it's like if I'm around too much energy all the time, like I absorb all it, and it's just like I take on it and it's too much. It's like I'd rather be to myself. And plus it's a defense mechanism because like if I'm going through something, I don't want to rub off on somebody else because I know I feel energy. So like I don't want to have not the best energy and then be around people and then it's like I'm rubbing off on them in the wrong way. So I tend to stay to myself. until like I'm in a good space and I'm gonna pop out, you know what I'm saying? But even then it's risky because like I don't want to risk my energy, like I want to sit back and vibe, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's kind of like my mindset in general.
So man, you taking the pain, the trauma, you taking all that stuff that you've been through, you're putting it into this fashion, this dope ass fashion.
Thanks, man.
You've transformed this into something where you don't have to go work for nobody, you work for yourself.
Basically.
Just commend you, man. Keep on doing what you're doing.
Thank you, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
This is only the beginning.
Thank you, man.
You know what I'm saying? But man, keep on pushing, man. It's all in your business. I was all in your business. See?
Yeah, man. Nah,
so I had to dive all the way in your business.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, man, people don't know. I think it's important. Well, not behind the scenes. I hate saying that. I just think it's important for people to know the why. Like behind the scenes is like the stuff that's going on. The why is the emotional tie to why you're doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and for me to answer that question, it's liberation. It's liberation.
I got it.
That's the biggest thing for me. Is
liberation.
Me liberate myself and help liberate other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know
what it is? That is all in your business. The podcast, DPhills. Hey man, appreciate you stopping through, dog.
Thank you, bro.
Y'all know what it is.
It's an honor, bro.
But out of here. All in your business. Go follow him right now. DPhil, how they follow you?
Oh yeah, you can follow me at DPhillGood Originals. That's DPHill Originals. And that's on IG. And then it's DPhillGood on Facebook.
Go hit that follow button right now.
Thank you. Thank you, man.